everybody, how's it going? Well, I decided it's time to start doing something with this engine bay. So, and I apologize, it's kind of dark in the garage. The lights are on, but it's kind of overcast today. So what I want to do is I'm going to try to do this without actually spending any money. And if it doesn't work out, so be it. I'll get the correct parts, whatever. But I'm going to Plastidip the top of this tank. And I did that on the GTR and it worked out. The Plastidip held up fine rather than buying the cover. And I'm not a fan of the big, aluminum or whatever billet covers. I'm just not a fan of those. They just look big and clunky. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove and paint these covers right here. I actually like the Ford Performance Blue, and I happen to have some plastic paint, so plenty of people have done it. I'm going to do that, and if it doesn't work, you know what, that's okay. I think the new ones are like 87 bucks or whatever, but I should be able to make it look just fine. I've painted plenty of things in engine bays before, and they've always held up. So I guess I'm going to get started. Start pulling this stuff off. Stay tuned. So just to show you, this coil pack cover comes off super easy. It's just held on there with a little bit of tension. There is, let's see if I can show it. On this right here, there's a little button you press in and you can pull that off, and then the cover comes right off. And it's just simple plastic. So I've got some adhesive promoter. I'm going to paint on that. I'm going to take the other side off. Probably same principle. Looks like there's some posers in the way, but that shouldn't be a big deal. I'll get those pulled off of there and start to prep them for the paint. Alright, I got these off, and I'm going to use some adhesion promoter. I'm going to use this plastic blue paint, which is very close to the Ford Performance Blue. Close enough. It's not going to cost me anything. I already have it. I said if I don't like it, they can always be repainted or swapped out. Only takes just a minute to pop these off. Like I said, just a pressure fit on the motor. So I'm not going to scuff these. I am going to clean them. They have just a little bit of texture to them, just kind of molded into the plastic. So I'm going to clean them and then start to spray them. While I've got a coat of the blue drying on the plastic covers out there, I've got this all ready for Plastidip. So with the Plastidip, it's not critical that you tape everything off perfectly. I'm just doing the top of the tank, but I do have it taped off for overspray. So I'm going to go ahead and put a couple coats on here and let it dry. And like I said before, if this doesn't work out, which I don't see why it wouldn't because I did it on the GTR's tank and it held up perfectly, just peel it off and spend the money on a new cover. So I'll get going on this. I've got about 6 coats of Plastidip on here. I think I'm going to let this dry just a little bit more and do one more coat, and then it'll be done. It's got good coverage, and I've also finished all the coats on the plastic covers that are out over there, outside. So just about nearing the end of this project, and then I can do the reveal. The coil pack covers are all done. I am super happy with the way they turned out. I sprayed them with the gloss blue, and then I put a very light coat of the Rust-Oleum matte clear over top. Just took away the shine, made them look, honestly, they look totally factory. The finish is flawless. I don't even know how else to say it. At this point, I don't have any plans of coloring in this, although I may pull it off at some point and do that. But for right now, I'm happy, and I will show you the blue again. Let me go grab it. I'll show you the blue, I'll show you the clear, and then I'll throw them on the car. Okay, there it is. Rust-Oleum Gloss Brilliant Blue, made for plastic, and the matte clear. Just a real light dusting of matte clear, just kind of kill the shine just a little bit, but it's hard to there's just like a really nice sheen to it. It just reminds me of the gray that was there before, the factory color. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and throw these on, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. Well, what do you think? It's all finished. I am very happy with the results, especially for the fact that it didn't cost a penny. Did it with stuff I already had. Those snap back on very easily. Put the oil cap back on. Put the breather tubes back on. You can see the tank is all plastic dipped, and it turned out really well. And it's dark out now, so the lighting is not the best. But you'll also notice I took off the main engine cover. Just didn't like it. It just kind of plasticky and goofy looking. But I don't know. I have it. If I do anything with it, I'll put some paint on it. I don't know that it would necessarily be blue to match, but these you probably will know these are, you can buy these for like 85 bucks. But and they came on the Boss 302. But honestly, they look virtually identical. The color is probably slightly off, but that's okay. Just gives the base some definition. So I've got other plans for under here, but you'll have to stay tuned to see what they are. So for now, that'll do it. Another project done. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the flip side.
Oh, come on, damn it! Oh, that sounds good.